G'day guys, welcome back. Look, I've got a little tiny cute canvas to work on today. Just trying out a little colour scheme that I've never used before, so I thought I'll just try it with this little guy here, see how it goes, so I'm not wasting too much paint. I've got two Mott Mart colours and two Global colours because I haven't got the purpley tone in the Mott Mart. So this one's called Japanese Maple. That's my purple tone. The brown, I don't have burnt sienna in the Mott Mart yet. I'll have to try and get that one. So that's my brown. And then I made my own Naples yellow. One of the lovely ladies that comes to a class, she brought me a little sample with the Naples yellow so that I could match the colour. So I did that. Hopefully it's pretty similar. And then just white. And those are my colours. So just a little guy. This is an 8 by 10 inch, 20 by 25 centimetre it is. Oh, I haven't sprayed it yet. Let me get my spray. That's the spray I use. Just a 3-in-1 silicone. So what you can do, you can, if you want to, do that and spray into the cup like that. I don't tend to use that. There's a little nozzle at the top there. I just spray directly into that like that. I think it's getting a little bit old. Maybe it's, oh, there we go. You press the back, not the front. So I just put a tiny spray in there, and then I get a piece of paper towel and I just fold that over like so, and then just give it a wipe all the way around. Do the sides. Try not to get any oil on the top, because when you flip that over, you don't want oil sitting on your canvas. So that's what I do with my flip cups, just so that the paint flows out nice and easily. And hang on to that, it's got a little bit of oil on it. Keep it with your can of silicone spray. You can use it many times again. Right, pouring medium. As usual, I really prefer this one now, the 60-40. Just with my new technique of tilting, this is working for me the best. Okay, so I've got my 4 colours and I've got 40 grams of pouring medium and 40 grams of paint, except for this brown. It's got 40 grams of pouring medium and 30 grams of paint, because the paint in the brown is always way too thick. So done that. So that's 80 grams. So let's do 3 drops in these colours. And this is the treadmill belt silicone lubricant by Spot On. That's the one I prefer. It's not a very thick oil. I find thick oils like the hair serum, they're just too thick and oily, and the cells are just weird shapes. It needs to be a nice thin silicone oil. You can use dimethicone, but you just need to get one that's as thin as possible. When I started, I was using the hair serum, coconut milk hair serum, and then I went to dimethicone, and they were all a bit too thick. So now I'm using the treadmill silicone, and I find that to be the best. Right, let's get to layering. Sunday today, my daughter Christy came up for the weekend. It's her birthday next weekend, and I won't see her next weekend, because she tends to come up every 3rd weekend when my husband's home, so she can see her dad. So she won't be here on her birthday. So we're doing her birthday day today. So when I've done this, I'm going to make some pancakes. Buttermilk pancakes with maple syrup. Yum. That's what she wants for a brekkie. And then, let's see if I can get another pour in real quick. And then we're going to go to the Bamboo House, which is a Japanese restaurant, for lunch today. That was her choice, her birthday lunch. It's funny, when it's your birthday, you get to choose what you want all day, don't you? What you want to do, what you want to have for food. So we're doing that. And then tomorrow, I think, depending on what the weather's doing, we're going to go out to Mullaney on the Sunshine Coast, to the big bird think it's a Botanical Gardens, but it's got this huge bird aviary, one of those massive ones that you walk through and all the birds come and land on you. Never been there, and she really wants to do that, so I think we're going to do that on Monday. Or if the weather's bad, we'll go and see Zombieland 2, because we like all the zombie movies. I've got no one else to go to the zombie movies with me, so whenever she comes up, it's, Christy, let's go and see a scary movie. So that's what we're going to go and do. So hopefully I can get a couple of pours in today and a couple tomorrow. And then I have to go back to work, which is, it's always a pain. Work gets in the way of pouring, doesn't it? So I'll do a few videos, hopefully 2 today and 2 tomorrow, and then I'll have videos to pop up for you guys for during the week. So if I do these little ones, they don't take as long, and I can get a couple out. And I do want to try these colours. It's only 4 colours, so we'll see how it goes. I was debating whether to use the Japanese maple, this one that I showed you, or a darker one, which is plum. I'll show you the other one. I didn't want to use purple because when I use purple with white, I get like a pink hue. So that's the plum. There's not a lot of difference. This one's got a little bit more red in it. So we'll see what happens. And then maybe I thought I'd use 2 of these and then 2 browns, like this brown, and then a darker brown, like a Van Dyke brown as well. So that would make 6 colours, but we'll see what happens with this. I can always add more colours, can't I? Because I thought 2 purples, like a light purple and a dark purple, or mauve I should say, they're not really purples. And then a dark brown and a mid brown. And then my yellow and the white. See how that goes. So depending on how this one goes, I may add in the darker purple and the darker brown. But we'll see. You guys can let me know what you think of the colour scheme, if it works or not. So there we go, half a big cup. This cup holds about 550 mils. I've only got 2 layers, haven't I? Did I do 2? Did I do 3? I think I've only got 2. I didn't have a lot of paint. Probably needed to have 3 layers, but we'll see what happens. It's done now. I can only see 2 layers of purple. Well, maybe I did 3. There's a layer of brown and a brown. No, I can't. Maybe I did do 3. I can't remember now. I'll have to look back on the video and see what I did. That's why I do these videos. That's initially how I started them, because I wanted to go back and see what I did right or see what I did wrong. So I was making the videos for myself, and then everyone was asking me questions on how I did things, so I just thought, oh, I'll put the videos up and you guys can all have a look. All right, are we ready to flip this baby over? So I haven't really got anywhere to drag, but just basically flip the cup over so the paint flows out. Like so. Wow, it's pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to do my usual and just cover the canvas and just try and go slow. Obviously I want to get rid of this little blobby corner here, so I'll do that. Don't want to lose too much off this side though, because that's really pretty. You could use a corner catcher if you wanted to, by all means, so that you don't waste too much paint. You keep it on the surface. I just sort of encourage it like that with my fingers. All right, so that is covered. All right, now hopefully we'll get some pretty cells up, because at the moment it just looks like a brownish hue over the top, hey? Not all that attractive, but the magic happens when the cells start popping up. So let's hope that that happens. We get some magic happening. tiny little canvas. I haven't got much to torch at all. There's a bubble there. Need to try and pop that bubble. Can't get close enough with my torch because I'll just make a huge colony of cells. Oh no, it's not. It's a blob of paint. Off you go, paint. I obviously didn't mix my yellow properly. Okay, well that's looking a little bit duller than I was hoping for, so maybe I do need the darker purple. We'll see what happens once I've started tilting it. Okay, that's enough. We'll leave a little bit of negative space for the cells to stretch out into. You need to leave some space because the cells are going to grow and they need some space to grow, so they will encroach on your negative space, so don't torch too much. Okay, now I don't really like that blob there or that little bit there, so let's tilt that way because we need to stretch these babies out. So I'm going to go up and down like this as I go down to my right, your left, and this is going to stretch the cells. Okay, so that's them gone skis. Let's come back. Okay, so it's a lot more pale than what I was expecting actually. The brown did sort of take over, hey. It's still pretty though, I do like it. It's just not as dramatic as I was hoping for. I may put those other two colours in actually, just to give it that little pop. Let's see if I can stretch anything else out, hey? Go over that corner just a touch. So just keep wiggling your canvas, just so that you can keep your cells in a nice round shape. If you just go in one direction, they're going to get elongated, so try to give them a bit of a wiggle. Okay, that's better. Now a little torching just in there. Get some little guys to pop up. It's only a little canvas. They can, I don't mind if we get a few little guys popping up. Just a couple though. So there's just a few sprinkled through there. A few little ones popping up in there. Just because it's only a little canvas. It can handle having those little cells. And then again, just a little bit of a wiggle to stretch them a little bit. And I think we're done. Alright, so I'm glad I only did a little canvas because it's not as vibrant as I was hoping. So I think I'll add this plum and see how we go with that. Okay, let's fix the corners up. The white hasn't come through a lot, has it? Can't see a lot of the white at all. Clean up my edges there. There we go. That was quick, wasn't it? Quick and easy when you do a little guy like this. And you don't have to waste too much paint. If you're just checking colour schemes, do a little one like this so that you can see how it's going. So pretty cells, they're really nice. I just would like a bit of more of a pop. So yeah, I think I'll add in next time that other darker plum and maybe the darker chocolate as well, and see how that goes. Alrighty, let's take you down for a close-up. Brown's one of those colours that really does take over though, doesn't it? So it's got this like brown hue over the whole thing. I've got some pretty cells though, but yeah, just a little bit more muted than I was hoping for. All right, let's go in for the close-up, hey? I can't get the lighting right today. It's early morning and I've got a lot of sun streaming in through the window here in my studio. It's kind of a bit glary, so I'm not quite sure how my lighting's looking. I love that purple corner there and the yellow cells. I've got some purple cells there. Those cells have got white around them. Really pretty. Just turn my autofocus on. Hopefully that's better. I can't have autofocus on when I'm actually videoing from up high because it sort of goes in and out and drives me crazy with the way it's trying to focus. But when I'm closer down like this, I can turn the autofocus on. There we go, really pretty, hey? But as I said, just a little bit too soft, a little bit too muted from what I was going for. So, I'll try again. I'm going to go and make those pancakes now before Christy wakes up, so it's ready for when she gets up. Yeah, and I just think the slightly darker chocolate brown as well will make more pronounced rings around the cells, because it's all a little bit bleh. A little bit soft and not that much definition. Do you know what I mean? Okay, thanks for watching, and I will be back with those extra 2 colours and we'll see how we go. Okay, see you soon. Bye for now.